Adverse cybersecurity incidents can have different causes, involve different types of actors, and lead to different types of harm. Let's look at all three aspects in turn to see what broader lessons we can learn from these two cases. First, it's important to note that cybersecurity incidents may be caused intentionally by inside or outside actors who willfully, deliberately seek to harm businesses. This was the case at the Marriott hotel chain. But they may also be caused unintentionally or accidentally, for example as a result of human error inside or outside the organization, or as a result of a natural disaster, a power outage or a system error. They may even occur as fallout, as collateral damage from an intentional attack that was aimed elsewhere. We encountered this in the NotPetya case. All too often, organizations tend to worry predominantly about intentional cyber threats, such as hacking or sabotage or theft. This is of course very important because businesses need to have a proper understanding of their vulnerabilities in order to know where improved protections or extra resilience is needed. However, the consequences of outages as a result of accidents, natural disasters, or fallout effects may be just as significant for businesses. A second lesson to draw from these two cases pertains to the fact that cybersecurity incidents may be caused by a variety of different actors. We've seen that the Marriott data leak was caused by criminals who broke into the hotel chain's database to steal customer data. Cybercrime is one of the key concerns for businesses, and cybercriminals range from single script kiddies experimenting with their hacking skills to international, well-organized criminal networks with very advanced skills. But it's not just cybercriminals who pose a threat for businesses. We saw in the NotPetya case that nation-states may sometimes also pose a threat to businesses. And while in the NotPetya case the threat was secondary, the result of fallout, sometimes nation-states also target businesses directly. Or to be more specific, state-sponsored actors, for instance so-called cyber mercenaries, target businesses. Their aims may be to steal intellectual property or obtain strategically relevant information. Finally, businesses sometimes fall victim to their own employees. So-called disgruntled employees form one category of threat actors. Employees who intentionally steal or leak information or disable systems, for instance after a conflict with the organization. Employees who make mistakes and accidentally leak or lose information or breach the security of systems in other ways are also a concern. A final lesson from these two cases revolves around the types of harm that can be the result of adverse cybersecurity incidents. In the Marriott case, we saw that customer data were stolen. Here, the harm is primarily reputational. The Marriott's good name was harmed by this large-scale incident. Down the line, customers may seek to sue the hotel chain for damages due to the leak, and this may then lead to financial harm. But for now, the damage is mostly reputational. No CEO wants their company to be in the news in this way. For Maersk and the other companies that became victims to the NotPetya attack, the harm was of a different kind. Maersk completely ceased its operations in 17 of its 76 terminals. All of its systems were wiped. Communication lines went down and the company literally could not do business in a normal way for more than a week. It took far longer than that to truly restore order. And Maersk made significant costs to restore its systems to working order, to replace systems and retrieve all information. Moreover, Maersk had to compensate other businesses for products that they couldn't ship or receive in a timely fashion. And it also had to compensate other businesses in the transport chain for the losses they suffered due to the outage at Maersk. So cybersecurity incidents may sometimes have reputational consequences only, but they may sometimes also lead to damage to systems and to financial harm. The latter is especially severe when cybersecurity incidents such as breaches or outages lead to disrupted processes or procedures in the offline world. When production or service delivery is suspended due to an intentional or an accidental event. To conclude, we've seen that cybersecurity incidents can be categorized in different ways. Some are instigated intentionally by malicious actors. Others are the result of accidents or human error. And it's vital to keep both types of incidents in view to assess the cybersecurity in your organization. We've looked at the variety of actors that may cause cybersecurity incidents, ranging from individuals to criminal networks, to nation states and their hired mercenaries. This makes it hard for organizations to assess the threats they face. Finally, we've seen that adverse cybersecurity events may have different types of impact. For example, reputational damage, financial harm, or damage to systems, and the impact can be severe. This asks for a strategic approach to cybersecurity in organizations. Thank you, and see you in our next video.